Sister Healing video. In my videos, I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And this YouTube live today has the same title as my pick-a-pile reading for this Sunday. I'm following this book of the secret history. Let me show this for you. Currently, the newest episode is out, where I was giving again a kind of like a devil forecast, which devils are active in our world. And what I saw yesterday when I picked just randomly from this Mannequin P deck that I've been using since I was using it for the Divine Comedy and Inferno. The devil story started from there. You're gonna travel back in time with this Mannequin piece. So now we had all the fire-related devils, that tells me there is like a fire starters. But I was turning in my reading the devils to light. So in some pile, I was so happy to see true love. So it's possible. Even the devils are weak for true love. So who is here? There is already Ethereal. Hi, yes, it's 8 o'clock now when I keep this because I couldn't start earlier. And Chandru is a hello, Shadow. How are you? Yes, I have cleaned this room. I mean, I don't know if it looks so clean. It looks maybe a messy. I have a different lamp here. That's why the light is a little bit weird, because the light I usually use here is now on my desk. But what is changed, let me tell about. Everything of my tarot is in the same room. This is now the space for today. Can have a little look how, if this tripod would just be better, it would hold here. But as it's not, I have to buy a new one. So for now, it's a little bit stuck. But it's pointing to the table where the magic happens. So that's enough. So yeah, I'm fine. How about Ethereal? How is going with the love life? Last time I heard, Ethereal had a good news and a bad news. Good news was that this guy was wanting to marry her, and the bad news was that it was a bit too early. Like it was getting very fast. But I would be happy to know any question anybody have now, and I would be happy to help. Here, the key message for today is share your strengths, not your weaknesses. So would be also nice to hear success stories. If something works, what I've been advising with my cards, if something helps, be nice to know. Okay, let me see. So Ethereal say me as usual. Well, he's sounding different now. So yes, it's also you asking question. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm a small maker. I can talk about a little bit here what I was thinking to say today, that I have never been really now celebrating my channel. This channel since 13th of January is now existing for 4 years. Yoo-hoo! If I would have like a sound effect, I could make it, but like a woo-woo. Ta-da! 4 years this Shadow Sister Healing exists. And it started from my realization that I can make my own tarot deck. And I had an idea for it, like kind of like a eureka moment. And the whole channel was put up to show the process, how I'm creating as a designer my own tarot deck. But in the process, indeed, I joined to psychic tarot lessons that eventually let me know that actually, like the opening of the channel happened first, and the whole idea of my cards happened first. And then I actually, in the process, realized like, oh my God, I'm really psychic, and actually everybody's psychic. And this is actually a great message to say. And yes, let's start doing tarot readings, and let's start helping everybody else to find their magic skills. And now, since 1 year, I have my own first deck ready, but this was handmade. So I've been doing this 4 years, of course, big paintings, for example, to make this kind of Shadow Sister tarot deck, but this became just ink paint. This is one bottom of the deck. Anubis card is actually a very good card to reflect for this whole process. This is Knight of Pentacle, a very steady, slow-moving knight. I guess my style is a little bit like this, Anubis. Just laying on the dead coffin and waiting something to be transformed to some more higher level of awareness. Anubis challenges us to confront our fears, our shadows, and the hidden parts of ourselves that we often prefer to keep buried. Yes, and this courage and resilience is called. But like I made this deck in 3 months, but the whole ShadowSister deck is in the process already 4 years. But this channel, let's say, is the biggest result. So let me read your comments. It's just about the questions, I guess. Let's see. So, well, Alessandro was very enthusiastic at first, and I was completely not having it. Like, I just laughed it off. Then the more he started talking about meeting me, the more I started to believe it. Then 3 days ago, I called him and I put out some funny scenarios like what would happen if he visits me. He kind of sounded freaked out. Like he getting interest in the idea of him, like me getting interest of the idea of him meeting me suddenly made him realize he doesn't want it, or at least that's how I felt judging by his voice. We talked today again about it, and he said he would need to get my parents' approval, and he said he knows I have anxious attachment, but it would get worse if I don't get a hold of it. Okay, it is a little bit like both of you maybe are very young and you want to explain these feelings. I would say that love is love, and indeed this message is very good. Share your strengths, not your weaknesses. So yes, you both might have weaknesses, we all have, but sharing the strengths and winning together is very important in a relationship. So going to judge other person very early on is not very good thing to do. To let's say, like, you have this beautiful seed, to plant a seed of a true love, and then you would not water it, or you would not take care of it, and you would say like, why don't you grow faster, or why don't you be already this beautiful rose? Like it needs the process, and I think you are in such a beginning of the process that you just kind of understand that how much it takes to actually get that blooming true love kind of relationship. So let's see. So Ethereal says, it feels like he feels pity towards me, judging by my condition. I want to know if he's falling for me, because he's saying he's, but he also said he wants me to fall first. I think everybody wants to be like, especially the Sun Valentine is happening very soon. I think anybody want to have a great love date, whatever date it is, Valentine's Day, or just a normal first meeting that is like some kind of like the best date ever. But it's a lot of pressure if you start to think about it like that. So I think you should not put too much expectation in it, first of all, and let's look the cards now. I'm not gonna give my, let's get the help from the spirits and angels. Okay, so I'm not gonna say my human advice. I'm gonna give you immediately what's coming here now, because it was very promising, those cards I saw. So crown chakra, very high energy here, good one. It would give you Egyptian related advice. Anubis oracle, actually very interesting. I was just talking about Anubis, and then you get Anubis oracle. It's almost like you manifested this, or I manifested this by talking about it. So he's just not enthusiastic in text, which makes me feel a bit anxious because I can't understand his tone. Okay, everything can go wrong in the text, that's for sure. And now we got this high level of energy, so I would say that that's good. You got really like the spirited way here. Spirits are in the house, ready to help you. But I wonder what I should ask. Give me a question, what you want to exactly know, because I have the deck here, I have the cards here, but I'm going to give you advice card first. Let me see. That is definitely what I can do first. For Ethereal and Alessandro. This. Okay. This Emperor card, Knum, Master Craftsman, Creator, Form, Organizing Principle. Okay, this is the really masculine card here. How is important to... No, I can read this advice for you, but it's really the Emperor card, like a divine masculine. So I think this guy is really this kind of masculine energy that is actually very safe energy if it is really like a matured. Okay, the question is, and a friend just asked me, like, that guy is a buff Italian guy. Why would he come for you? Do you know about his past relationships? Is he in love with me is the question. And is he serious about coming to meet me? And because he told me last time he wanted to visit a girl like me who was from a different country, but they broke up. So indeed this was, the Alessandro is an Italian name and it's Italian. The guy is above Italian guy. Okay, Italians are passionate for sure. I lived in Italy 5 years. I was in a relationship also with an Italian man, so I know something about it. But they are also very honest. It's usually, at least if you get the mama's boy, they are good with the family. Indeed, maybe that family aspect is important because Italy is very important, the family. I don't know what is the connection point to India with this Italian Alessandro. So let's see. Is he serious about coming to meet me and is he in love with me? So Alessandro, is there love for Ethereal? Is there true love? Okay, Maiden of Air. This shows that how he sees you. So this is the Page of Sword, I guess. Or is this, which one is it in this deck? Wait. Is it the Knight or Page? It is a Knight. Knight of Sword. Beautiful spring energy. I'm gonna read directly from this and then I reflect a little bit, but this is how this guy would see you because it comes like this. The Maiden of Air shares a song with the creatures of the air. She encourages intuitive, spontaneous, and joyful communication. So this is usually very... Actually, I'm glad to see this card because I was looking today just that since Friday, the Mars entered in Aquarius. And when I was looking these cards, I saw that in some text, this card is connected to Mars in Aquarius, which means that you have like a rebel with a cause and you are this kind of person who breaks the norms. So I think this is a nice thing that he see you as somebody who is like a little bit different. Like it's different than others. I think it's good when men see you this way. Actually, I'm gonna read some notes I took about this Mars in Aquarius because this Mars in Aquarius is said to be a little bit like this kind of tower moments. It's really a moment that you have to be strong. But if he sees you like this, that's a good thing. This would be totally the Mars in Aquarius card. The courage to be different. Mars in Aquarius motivates us to embrace the courage to be different, break free from the need to conform to the status quo and challenge boundaries of what we believe is possible. And this is like a rebel with a cause. So you are young. So this maiden energy is completely true in this sense for sure. I think the strong part of this relationship is communication. I'm happy with this Alessandro. It seemed to be the communication goes well because the other one was blocking you. And I don't think that was helping you heal any anxiety. And I think even if you've been having a relationship with somebody who was possible anxious and who was blocking you, it could have influenced you that you became anxious. So don't blame yourself for your attachment style. What you have go through can influence, can even change a secure person to anxious if you hang out with some person like that. So he sees you at this kind of go-getter, rebel with a cause, who wants to communicate a lot. Yeah, he's very honest about things. That's a good thing. Honesty is very good building block of a relationship. So I would say this is a budding love, like a maiden energy is really like a energy of a young person. After that is of course mother and then a crone. So he sees you as you are. You are a young girl, and he's young too, and there is some attraction there for sure, because this is like a intelligently attracted to you, I would say. This was advice. So I think this is a couple dynamic. He is this kind of builder guy, master craftsman. Let me read this. It doesn't have to be so long reading now. This is totally divine masculine energy, of course Aries energy as well, but like it is this emperor energy, somebody wanting to take a leadership. Can be there, both are strong people. I think I even mentioned that before in some reading. It was showing that you both can be stubborn. So you could hit your head a little bit together, but this is now somehow advice for this situation with Alessandro. Khnum is one of the great creator gods of Egypt. He is depicted with the head of a ram, his horns spiraling outwards like DNA spirals. Khnum is the highly skilled master craftsman who creates the eternally evolving varieties of material form upon his potter wheel. He holds the universal secrets of the organizing principle of DNA and life itself. Khnum lovingly and carefully creates all the bodies of all the creatures of Earth, including humans. If you pull this card, Khnum has stepped forward to offer you renewal and physical healing. As he renews your body, he activates the deep memory of the Ka body, the consciousness that permeates the human form and weaves through and around the cells of the physical body. The activated Ka calls forth your connection with your ancient ancestors, the Neteri of Egypt, as well as the power of vitality that come from the connection. You may feel an actual shift in consciousness and expansion in your physical body when you spend time with Khnum and imagine yourself on his potter wheel. Wow, this is thinking, like when I think about the potter wheel and a man, is really like this kind of ghost movie. Let's just give you now, I'm not gonna read longer this kind of Egyptian mythology, but I give you really this current feelings of a person, because I give you once, this can be really beautiful true feelings, so then you see how he loves you. So so you just are worried that you are a little bit fun for him, but I mean that is your maiden energy. When you are young, you still have to experience a lot. So you are also young. Accept the fact that you are already also young still, that you need to experience. But of course, he said about the family, he wants to meet your family. So he's kind of serious man also, shows here. But current feelings of this Alessandro, how is going now? What is the last time I saw this Valentine date and the pineapple? Now I want to see what is coming here. Light in the end of the tunnel, heart chakra opening. You guide me through gateway into higher dimensions. I feel power of love now, sacred space between us, true magnetism. Okay, that's a good thing. So there's this light in the end of the tunnel. Then we have here Crying by Aerosmith. I was crying when I met you. Now I'm trying to forget you. Love is sweet misery. I was crying just to get you. Now I'm dying because I let you do what you do down on me. Yeah, this guy is a little bit suffering even in the situation. Emotions are good. I would say he's a bit emotional. If he was a Cancer, the horoscope could make sense. We get again interesting stuff. What is here? You are sexy. The way you look at me, I feel so sexy. This is big love. Okay, definitely there is this physical part attraction, but there is mentioned like love. So he feels it. Light in the end of the tunnel, heart chakra opening. Actually, this energy is even higher now. Maybe it reflects your energy too, but this crown chakra is really like a king and a queen on throne. So not bad. Maybe you can frame that way that you're a little fun for him, but but there is true feelings here. Maybe they're a bit vulnerable feelings because there's this. You could listen this Aerosmith. It's also kind of teenager song. Also a little bit like a rebel with a ghost. The girl in that song, it's a bit like this. You should really look this crying. It is really strong woman who makes the man suffer. Maybe this song is for you. Really listen this. This was like a 90s song. But it's not bad. Was there somebody else wanting to ask? I keep this reading now ethereal short. Lila was asking Adrian's current feeling toward me, please. Is there still somebody else here? And this title on the table, this beautiful lie, is just related to the book. The chapter I have named with this title, it's not necessary about your reading, but it is related to the pick-up-pile reading you would go to watch. And you could pick with your intuition. Where did I put the deck now? You could pick with your intuition the pile. So it's meant like that. And then I say, thank you so much for doing this. Yes, I think there is more than meets the eye with this guy. There is really some emotional things there. Just mark my words. Listen to Crying by Aerosmith, and the girl in that video is really this youthful, rebellious person. And if he see you like that, I think it's a relationship that can be really exciting. He sees you like a good challenge. I think it's good when you are young to have this kind of relationship where you can grow and things can happen. You can tease this person a little bit. It doesn't have to be so easy, like, oh, just get married immediately, but get to know this person really. Have interesting dates. Make him plan, or you plan this with him, this Valentine date that was mentioned in the other reading. Yes. If nobody's asking question, of course I can keep this short. I can just have this reading now. But I was in this celebratory mood. This is the pick-up-pile reading, always following this book. I do 12 weeks readings related to this book. I was thinking that I could really be generous today with reading because I have had this channel now for 4 years, and it feels that I got quite far. Like I have indeed my own deck. I have many videos I made. I'm inspired to do this thing, and now my tarot room is also fixed. So I'm really... Oh, now bottom of the deck of my deck is this. Now I know what true love is. This is my own Queen of Cups, really Scorpio and Cancer related card also. Ethereal ask, how is your son, by the way? Yes. Wait. Some other question was also here. I'm just worried that he's gonna lose feelings for me. I don't think you should be worried. Look at Aerosmith crying. I think you are very powerful female in his mind currently. That when I fall for him, he will back down. I think there is this saying like, if I'm too much, go to find less. So it's like if I'm too much, like go to find less. Like you are good as you are. Don't ever play down like you are too much. You can be you. And my son, yes, he is he's doing this kind of confirmation school. So he's busy visiting some churches. He was just complaining a little bit, like, because he had to visit so many churches. So 6 churches in one day. But yeah, it's part of this kind of church education when you are a certain age. Lila is still here. So if you really are still here, ask this question, and yes, I could give you one reading still. Yeah, he's like 11 years old. He's getting teenager, and he's like, oh my god, to be there like in 6 churches, so much to it's too much in one day. So Adrian, current feelings towards me. Okay, let me see. Let's have this. Which advice you get with this Adrian? This is getting hot. Sacral chakra, sexuality, creativity. There is definitely this hot feelings here. I'm gonna give advice card from this ritual deck. Let's see. Then I look some other cards. Let's start from this one card. Adrian's current feelings for Lila. Taste, the senses, granite apple. Wow, this is really like kind of yummy. You would think that you are like a tasty as a granite apple. It's not just any kind of apple, but like a goddess apple, really like a high priestess apple. Okay, this looks a bit like a really feminine stuff, sexy stuff. Now I'm gonna show this. Current feelings, indeed, from the love box. I'm gonna read that advice soon, but let's have from the love box. Let's have really love box. Adrian's current feelings. It's coming. As Lila. Ui. It's risky, this box. It has any kind of feelings. So let's see what's coming. Remember who checks on you when you get little quiet. Those are your people. So he's somebody who checks you even you get little quiet, or there is this idea that he thinks you are a bit quiet. Growth will also feel like loss, remember that. Expose yourself to your deepest fear. After that, fear has no power, and the fear of freedom shrinks and vanishes. You are free. Jim Morrison. And then Free Me by Nefex. New focus, new guessing. Just bold, cold obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. Looks like he's having attention, but there's some quietness here. That's why maybe you ask. Oh, I love oranges, you say. Okay, let's read this. In my reading, Pickable reading was this week mentioned, like sometimes when somebody's beautiful, it makes people scared. So it looks a little bit here that there is something, maybe this person is careful with you. It's kind of expose yourself to your deepest fear. Maybe it is a bit scary to be exposing too much of him. Something like that. Or maybe he wants you to expose. You are, he see you, that's why he see you this way, that he needs more. 100% not, yes, he is. Anyway, this is somehow advice for your relationship to him. This is a signal that you should take more time for really experiencing the little things we often overlook. If you tend to rush through life, take this as your signal to slow down and enjoy the experiences life has to offer. One way to do this is to start with mindful eating. Next time you sit down to meal, take your time to eat with intention. Don't rush. Take the time to notice and enjoy each flavor and how it makes you feel. There is really, even in this crystal, there is a pleasure. So I think when I think about him and he's having this kind of a little bit cautious, talking about grow, and there is this fruit, it's almost like he's taking a little bite and then he's like, how does it taste? It's like a tasting. It's like tasting you a little bit. It's kind of funny. So, or he's a foodie somehow, but like there is this anyway to enjoy the little moments and pleasures in life, and somehow is connected to you. It's not bad at all. This is like a crystal would be like an emperor and empress on the throne enjoying the pleasures of life and the kingdom. And if it's go to the to the dark side archetype, it's people pleaser and like a martyr. So indeed cannot enjoy the pleasure. So there could be this kind of axis here too, that he's end up people pleasing, even you or other people, that is away from your relationship. So when you know this, maybe you can bring in more this pleasure, because that is healing here. Is this good? Esila say resonate. And Jessica, wake up. Podcast is here. Greetings, love. Somehow I had to resubscribe to your channel. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, it is that you have to subscribe to ask question, but I hope it's automatically working like this. But anyway, my point to have it like that for the question is that I want to grow, of course, subscribers, so my channel would grow. And did you hear, I'm having this channel now like 4 years, and it would be so cool to get to that 2,000 subscribers, of course. But I feel I have got a lot. It's not nothing that in 4 years I've got this much. And of course I could be more known, but maybe everything comes at time. Who knows when that happens. So Jessica, do you want to ask something? I was kind of thinking to make a longer reading here, because this triple is just bad. But here is my setting of these advice cards, and I could still take a question. Yes, Esla said, thank you so much. I wish like this emperor and empress on a throne, this sacral chakra is very positive for love relationship. It's really like you have the feelings. If you would, somebody asked me sometimes in the reading, oh, there was just no cups, there were no cup cards in the reading, oh, this is not true love. You got this sacral chakra, there's definitely emotions, there is really like a feelings there, so it's good omen. So, and I didn't took a tarot card, I just got this kind of feeling cards, but anyway. So yes, shoot me. Yes, Aries in the house. What do you want to know? I've been having a little bit this kind of fire style devils lately in my reading. I like to take this kind of look into the world when the world is a little bit in chaos. And indeed, I saw chaos in my pick-up pile reading this week, and it was dark and all, but there was a lot of positive too. But I'm not going to give out what was in which pile, because when you look this pick-up pile reading, one of you should always pick with the intuition. So you just base your selection with those cards, what you are called to. But I saw a lot of beautiful thing too. Darkness, but also the light. Yes, Aries here. What's up? Ah, yes, Esla, may I have one tarot card for the feeling? Yes, I didn't took it, and it was interestingly, this week I had put a secret forest deck for that sacral chakra. So actually, maybe I don't take, that's such a cryptic deck. I'm gonna take just from this funny cat deck before, and then Jessica can ask questions. So for Eslaila, still for the feelings, because there are those feelings. What are those feelings with this person? There is Three of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. So somebody is making plans or like working with a team, and then Queen of Wands is like a sexy queen on the throne. So they have like a hot feelings. This would be actually exactly like an Aries type woman here as well. But yes, there are not cup cards here, but let's say there is like a almost like this person get an inspiration from this female. It's like a muse. I have no idea how is this man, but it's almost like getting inspiration from this person. Yes, this is beautiful. Yeah, I think this is such a cute. So this is the feelings. It's like, oh, but kind of is pentacle is of course abundance, or like a many years plan. So it can be like a practical, okay, projects and work takes a lot of time, but also is a good sign that it's commitment. It's like somebody want to be committed to this, to serve the queen, to draw some more pentacles, to draw some more pictures of her. So yeah, it's not bad at all. It's like, that's my queen. Okay, Jessica, do you have now question? I posted a question. Okay, I have to see. Where was that? Here, okay. Will I find work from home job soon? I'm currently working at school. I don't like it. Yes, I feel for you. I have been working in the school too, and sometimes there is a lot of bureaucracy in the school. So I'm also a designer, and sometimes I feel like, oh, it's so handy to work at home. I hear you, but schools can be good too. But let's look. Let's look. Very practical emperor style indeed. Aries question. Jessica's work. Will I find work from home job soon? Third eye chakra. So this is indeed that you have to be connected the intuitive and intellect. So heart and mind. Not to block neither your mind or your heart. So yes, if you would master this, be totally aware of your work opportunities, I think is playing a role. Like you have to keep kind of your radar about your surroundings active, that nothing misses your third eye. It's actually good omen. That sometimes we can be like, if we are completely aligned, like maybe my reading can make you even more aligned with your goals and values and visions, then things just magically appear. But third eye open, indeed, things get a bit easier. So this is here. So I think you have to be really focused. That's part of that third eye. You have to be really focused with your heart and focused with your mind. As Lila said, he loves art. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool. I'm happy. So let's see this Jessica now. Yeah, often I have decks that I have signed into the reading. Like this is always, if you get a third eye, I use this for sure. But if I intuitive, like now for Eslila, I use this kind of cat card deck. This is just some random deck I bought with few money, and I even don't know what is the name of it. So it is like I just end up having it. They're kind of stickers, but they're beautiful cards, so I like it for little readings. So will I find work from home job soon? I'm currently working at the school. I don't like it. And I want to remind you what I started this whole reading. You are not maybe then here. My theme message sometimes is very meaningful, and it says, share your strengths, not your weaknesses. So also in this situation, I think we have to talk about more about that desire to work at home and what is so amazing to work at home. Like not to think about those like, oh, something was bad at the school, but really focus on that kind of feeling why you want to work at home. I think that helps also internally being aligned. So let's see the cards I'm gonna get for you, Jessica. You are the one who's been here always since the beginning. I started my readings. Let's see what advice can you get for this working home. Things are starting to move. I think I'm gonna show you this kind of dream triangle. I'm gonna show you this in a sense that we're gonna put this homework, what is possible in this way. It's like a dream, and that would be possible now. And how? So so this is showing maybe what you're currently feeling, that you're trapped, you are in this circle, you are not well. This doesn't look so good. Ten of Bats as well, Dark Night of Soul. There is really suffering here. And then we got this Three of Pumpkins. So this is like a teamwork, building up a team. So I don't know how good is this doing everything alone. How is it working for you? Because the positive card here is this kind of, it was even showing in the reading, this kind of 3-year plan. Like pentacles are always like many years. So maybe the spirit just wanna make you aware how you feel. This is not gonna manifest this work at home like ideal things if you feel this way. I'm just maybe needing you to show we can go further. But if this is a starting point that you feel like a trapped, or you feel like you need to rest, like you feel really tired and like anxious about like how there's a lot of worries, it's not gonna help you to have this ideal like a life. So maybe we have to look again. So this was what I got first. So let's look differently. Maybe sometimes you need to see the worst before you can look into the better. So it was showing how you are really trapped. You need like some plans or team help even. Because the 3 of Pentacles is really like working with people. But will I find work from home soon? So show me this possible, like maybe a little bit like a crossroad. Okay, I'm gonna use a crossroad now. Already saw the triangle, but now I'm gonna show the crossroad for you. Advice from Mother, Maiden, and Crone. First the Maiden advice in the situation, then the Mother advice, future related Crone, and even the Hecate. This is my one spread I use for this kind of situations. Okay, this went upside down, but maybe I need to leave it like that. Because maybe they are those things you need to understand. Here, you can, this position you can also see sometimes a little bit like more like a past, what you have learned being young. There's a little bit like arguments with other people. This can be a chaos energy, like these arguments are here. So I don't know if this serves you very well. This kind of youthful rebel with a cause, kind of what I was just talking in a reading, like we are currently having Mars. This is totally the ruling planet of Aries. So you should be aware that the Mars is in Aquarius, but that's a good thing that you have this kind of rebel energy. You should use it for yourself, but it can also create clash with egos and this kind of chaos. So it was offered work from home months ago, but the schedule didn't work with my daughter's school schedule. Yes. So then now the Mother, this was upside down, and this is a King of Swords. This is a mastery of exactly the third eye, and it came upside down. So I think the whole healing here is that you have to heal your third eye. You have to become much more intuitive or intellect about the abilities that you can work alone, because kings are indeed alone in the throne, and they're able to mastermind a lot. So as it's upside down, tells me this is like some homework. Like you have to really like master this kind of independency. And then as well in the future, this kind of 4 of bats, like a 4 of swords, it's resting a lot. It was showing in that kind of first thing I showed, that indeed when you're overwhelmed with your mind, it can make your body need rest. So in order to your body, like a mind work properly, you need enough rest also. But this might be with a circle that you need rest. That is not that you rest. But it is something like the balance of the work here, that how can you have this like a good habits, that you sleep enough and then you're focused to work. But then Hecate advises Moon. And moon on the table is always like, I cannot see completely. It's not letting me see. It's like a mysterious and mystic, your options here. So it doesn't give me completely the answer. It's like hidden. So it tells me like this one, something is blocked here. We cannot see that because it's not open, that situation yet. So yes, I've been speaking up for myself. I would say we can look now solutions here, like this way. Let's leave them again, like to remind you, like those are the like blocking points. And then we have this moon card here that can be a beautiful Cancer energy, this kind of mysterious, mystic energy, that things are just indeed like a in the void. You just have to grab with both hand things out of the nothing, but you are not able to do that because somehow your mind or heart is blocked. There is this inability to move, inability to take action. And then me, I cannot even see it because it's not there. It's not there yet. It's just darkness, the moonlight. So how we can get you? Actually, I'm gonna give you now the beautiful. This wolf is coming as advice for you, which is here. So I think the Hecate is really beautifully aligned with this advice card. I think what comes now from here, you should listen this well. I applied for more work from home today, at least 10 position. Yeah, it be active, but I think there is this mental clarity that you have the right information. For example, this king is always like updating the new information. Is like working based on the newest information. So if you didn't got yet the ideal work, you cannot make plans. Like it's just you have to kind of get clarity on what you actually want. And now things are like somehow unclear and maybe making you tired also, that thing. So I'm going to give you this wolf, and this wolf is supposed to know, this Hecate advice is really about this mysterious energy here, which is beautiful. This deck is, of course, where is this? Show the cover. White Light Oracle, so it's really bringing more awareness. Ui, you got two, not just one. Oracle of Chaldea, 37, funny, like you're consulting Oracle and you get like an Oracle related card. So maybe it is good to reflect the future in the vision sense, and then you get, wow, it was not accident that I wanted just suddenly to show you this deck, and I was even looking this image and thinking like, that is such a beautiful front cover, and then you get that same. And there is this duality here. One is having eyes open, one is having eyes closed. Maybe you have to see these two sides to yourself. They are both powerful, but you need them both, not just one. There is no one way. Like even this can work for your benefit. Like you maybe needed more time to rest or find the clarity, or even consult me. Like there is like sometimes the time and patience is needed. You cannot just mature like the fruit or flowers. They don't mature like that. You need time. But I'm gonna read this. Anyway, good two cards. You are like a lucky, I would say. And they're grabbing to my hands like that. Very beautiful cards. It's gonna be a long reading. First advice to help you to heal this third eye chakra and get this work at home is continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Interesting. That is the same thing I was just preaching you about, like certain things take time. So be maybe gently to yourself about like things take time sometimes. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body process and experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or to judge yourself. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. This is totally that spiritual fortitude you're tackling here. How to be this kind of true king, truthful king on a throne, mastering your world with wise decisions. So when the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you try to push forward prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive. There are times when being present in the body and feeling our truth is challenging. We may be unsure how to hold space for our own emotional and psychological states. Humans are complex creatures, and the authentic healing journey requires us to have patience with ourselves. We need to know when it's safe to delve into matter with the full faith that even if things feel out of control, we are connected to a powerful, supportive spiritual network and our own wisdom. Wow, this is so connected to this when you are like having this in power. And that's enough to handle whatever arises, even if we tremble somewhat during the process. We can imagine that the wounded self lives in a room in the mansion of our soul. Wow, this wounded self, this is really like these cards. This was upside down, like a wounded self lives in a room. Oh my God. In the mansion of our soul. When that room has not been entered in a long time, it may have become a scary place in our minds, a place to avoid. That is part of our that is how humans protect themselves. Living in such a split and defended state is not tenable forever, but for a time it can serve a useful purpose, allowing us to build the strength and awareness we need to address the situation. We do what we can to grow and prepare to enter that room, to open it and rescue the beautiful aspect of our soul that's been waiting for such a time to come. To prepare, I'm going to read all this because it's such a beautiful. Let me show this face. To prepare for such a heroic healing moment, we can connect with the spiritual realms of light as a source of love and strength. During such downtime with the divine, we can learn about ourselves beyond our wounded parts. While we know we have some healing to do, we also understand that alongside our vulnerability, there is courage, wisdom, and confidence. By acknowledging our wounds and also affirming our strengths, we ready ourselves to take our next steps. The Chaldean is the devotee to the light of spirit. When the oracle of Chaldea comes to you, it is an encouragement to rely on. Finally, we come to this card. It's time to rely on the light. Embrace practices that help you feel connected to the light. Grow your trust in the spirit within you. This is not about ignoring where you need healing. It is about knowing at a deep level that you are loved, spiritual guided, divinely held, worthy, and capable of healing. As your trust in the spiritual light within you and your connection to the spiritual worlds increases, so will your readiness to acknowledge and engage with that which needs healing. You will feel safe and supported and ready to move on. Wow. But that's not it. You also got that. That's even the cover girl of this whole deck. So it's amazing. And there is even Prasan Sharma here. Hello, sister. Yes. I also love this. I think you're very lucky in the spirit world. And that's it. They just want you to delve deeper into this kind of mystical healing cycles that is indeed can show as a moon card that you can see clear. Like I cannot see clear for you, but it's actually as a process to go through. So that's why it is not so simple to just say like a snap in the finger, like it's solved. You have to go through this. And then this setup is angel. Setup of 963 Hz. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to your joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miracles magic. And the seraphim are angelic beings of an extremely high vibration. They are angelic mystics in constant devotion and adoration of the divine. Oh, it's really connected to this kind of mystic powers here. It could tap into to get this work at home and be completely aligned. When we passionately fall in love with the divine face of luminous grace, whether it be person who has entered our lives as they have dropped straight from the heaven onto earth, or we feel our heart awakening to new depths of love in meditation with our spirit guides, we are in harmony with the seraphim. When we go through a struggle and are somehow fortunate enough to recognize the protective and healing action of divine grace intervening on our behalf, we can shift to such gratitude we just want to kiss the sky and sing a love song to the universe. Then we are in touch with our own inner seraph. Some egos project their narcissistic wounding and lack of romantic imagination onto spirit, concluding that the divine must be rather vain if it wants swarms of angels flying about constantly singing its praises. They don't understand that the divine asks for love so it can give it itself to us. When we feel love, when we are in love, our hearts are open and receptive. The divine isn't interested in praise for its own sake, but for what we can receive when our hearts are opened by it. When you have a beautiful experience, fall in love, enjoy the best meal of your life, see a film that awakens your mind, do you not want to tell others about it? Our world can seem a bleak and spiritually barren place. We need jubilant mystical hearts who know the secret of esoteric ecstasy and are divinely drunk in the celestial communion. We need to see them happily stumbling about as love-struck fools, startling our intellects with their brilliant ramblings, opening our hearts with their purposeful passions. We do need such loving delight with the divine, so we cannot help but want to call forth in wondrous gratitude and declare our love from the rooftops for all to hear and feel. This oracle brings a message straight from the divine to you. Let me love you. Ah, such a beautiful thing. Like they just want that you are loved. And there's a process for it. And just be kind. And see how wise you can be. It's already there. Wow. So I think this will help you to open your third eye fast. Jessica, they love this. Yes. Happy to have you here. I'm really happy about these cards. These are really beautiful. I wish I had those. But anyway, anybody liking this reading, give me likes, help me to grow this channel. This channel exists now 4 years and is still going forward. Maybe just to be generous, I give you one more this kind of cat card. Let's see now if any advice for the job seeking, what the spirit words want to show you. Ooh, there is interesting. There's a pairing of the Temperance and Death card. Angel and the, oh my god, what a combination. But death is a transformation. So it talks about the same thing, that you have to go through this kind of like a little dark stuff. And temperance is, it came in this order. But you have to find this kind of alchemy, really this kind of hard alchemy here. And there are some hard stuff too. Interesting advice for the job search. I think it's just talking about really transformation and that you are alchemizing things. Yes. Yes, guys said, much gratitude, thanks so much, sister. Yes, remember this like a black cat and white cat. But sometimes maybe the death card teach you that you are like a, really this kind of survivor. Like there is a lot of like a strength there. Again, the sword, King of Sword is showing like this. The knife in the mouth So you need like wisdom. So yes, I leave this here. It's nice that this came here. And thank you anybody seeing this reading. I hope I get a new tripod, because this is not the most professional looking. But yeah, and if you have not checked my pick-up-line reading, go to check it. It's there. It was very interesting for me to do it. It's based on this book also. There's a lot of very interesting quotes also this week. Yes, well, very nice, Jessica. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I have to stop. It's getting late here. But have a nice week. And this should now start the healing process for sure. You can re-listen this also if you want to listen. Okay, bye.